Hey everyone, how's it going? Here's part 2 of the emission setup. Got the cats installed yesterday at a buddy's house. I'm back home today. Wasn't able to do the rest all there at one shot because I still had to do the oil change, camber bar, and a bunch of other stuff, but the exhaust system's installed. It's extremely loud. I hate it. Camber bar set, it changed the pinion angle. And the thing when you install one of those adjustable camber bars, you gotta loosen up these bolts right here and the bolts on the rear diff before you can actually tighten it all up. And once you do that, it seems to be pretty good. It reset the pinion angle and everything seems to be actually perfect. Took out a good amount of camber. Now I just gotta lower the back and lower the front because I took some camber out of it too. Okay, I took a lot out. But at least there's not that much in the back. That's a main goal I've been trying to get at. Fronts have a decent amount of camber to them. Look over at the back, a little bit. And I still have another 1/4 inch I can tighten it up more. But other than that, she's pretty good. You guys ever want to get a good set of locks? Get a set of Solex locks. They're vending machine locks where are pretty much impossible to break into. And with these, you get 2 or 3 regular keys like this, and then you get 1 master key. And the only difference is this little notch right here. Master key does not have that notch in it, so you can actually put it inside here. That's how you unlock it. That's how you lock it. And you can actually leave it in this lock position. These ones don't really like to do it, but then you go back, door's locked. But if you had a master key, you can actually go back through, click it in between these two, and now you locked out all the other 3 keys. So if you have the master key, you put it halfway like that, either towards the lock position or unlock, you can actually not get this key back in. So that's kind of neat about these locks. And they're easy to install. These are actually for a 1st gen RX7, and the main reason why they poke out all weird like that because these cylinder locks are actually inside the door handle itself, or these ones bolt outside, so they'll almost be like an old style Chevy truck to where they'll bolt to the actual flat panel. Where these were internal ones, I didn't really have them, I couldn't really find them, so I just cut the 4 little slots inside of it, slid this inside, and then put slots in the lock so I can still use the factory lock clip that actually locks the cylinder into the door handle. So it's kind of like my little modification. Other than that, once you do that little setup, it all bolts up the same exact way. But, a little update, I just did the oil change, so I gotta reset the odometer. It looks like I had 1,999 miles on it. But now I got new oil change, so it's time to reset it. This is not the original speedometer for it. When I actually got this car and got the title transferred into my name, it had about 142,000 on this gauge cluster, or on another gauge cluster. And when they asked me about the mileage on the car, I told them it had 142,000. They said that's strange because according to us, the last time this was registered, it had 230,000. So this chassis can have 230,000 miles on it. I know I've gone through about 4 engines the past 7 years. First 2 lasted 2.5 years, and the last 2 are kind of hit and miss. My race engine didn't work because I need a standalone ECU, so that was number 3. The S5 engine I got, that one seemed to be pretty good, but then the oil control ring took a shit, so that's number 5 or 6. Not too sure, I always get mixed up because I still have 2 engines disassembled. But it's a little update of what's going on. I get ready to install all the rest of the crap. It's a big old 3-inch fart can. I hate this exhaust system. If my neighbors didn't hate me, they're gonna hate me now. And then this is pretty much what I'm missing from the car. Charcoal canister. I'm gonna try to put that in a good spot because I'm actually gonna try to leave it back in the car because I'm tired of smelling exhaust fumes or vapor fumes from the gas tank. This is the part that mounts to the lower intake manifold. This is the pipe that goes from the back of that intake manifold to the cap. And then this is the smoke pump. all the other pipes, this is supposed to go to your factory air filter box. If you remove it and you don't have one like I do, just put a little filter on it. This is supposed to go to a filter that's down here inside the front bumper somewhere, but obviously I don't have it. So that's why that filter's there. This pipe right here actually connects to the back of the smoke pump. And all that's just located right in here. I'm debating on leaving the bracket in between, or that plate right there in between that and the engine, just because it's not really functioning. The only thing I really need are the catalytic converters, and I'm not really too sure exactly what that did. I don't think it pumped what you call air into the engine. I believe it pumped it into the catalytic converter, but there's still a little pipe that connects to this and goes all the way down to the middle iron. So that's why I'm kind of hesitant on connecting it actually properly. I'm probably just going to put this plate on it, leave this plate, put some Halomar on it, bolt it all up so the way it's supposed to be so it passes visual inspection, because really it's just the cat that's going to make it pass. And then connect this hose to my charcoal canister and try to find a good spot around here that I can put it. I believe it was right here. OEM. I'll see how it looks. If not, I'll find somewhere else. But you need that to pass the EVAP test. When they put they undo your gas cap, put a little machine inside of it, pressurize your gas tank, and they cap this off at the same time. And when they release this, it's supposed to pretty much release the pressure, and that's how you know if you pass the test. It's supposed to build up pressure, hold the pressure, and then when they release it, it's supposed to release. So that's how you pass that test. Other than that, since this car is 86, you don't have OBD1, you don't have OBD2, it's literally just throw it on the rollers like a dyno. You just need a good set of cats. If you have an adjustable fuel pressure regulator, try to turn your fuel down to 36 to 38 PSI, which is factory PSI. If you have a ported engine or you're like trying to hop it up and shit, 40, 42 is kind of where you want to put it at. Mine's currently adjusted at 44 to 46. That's why I don't know if my fuel pressure is dropping at high RPM. That's under load, that's why I have it adjusted a little bit higher like that. But other than that, that's pretty much all you really need. Do an oil change so you pass the carbon monoxide or whatever the hell that other test is, because I don't know why pretty much just the dirty oil with gas fumes inside of it will make it fail. So you always want to do an oil change like a day or two before, or the day of, your choice. And then just whatever you need to pass visual inspection, which is charcoal canister, smog pump, and the main thing that makes it pass is the cat. But I'm going to get that all bolted up, and then I'll have a video coming right after showing what it looks like. And then I'll go through emissions tomorrow. I go to work tonight, so when I get out of work tomorrow, I'll go straight down to the DMV and make it pass. The only thing that's nice about older cars like this, it's only $20 to go through the DMV and get that whole emissions test and pass. But then once I do that, it's $20 for a 1-year tag or $32 for a 2-year tag. So that's like a main benefit of these older cars. If you can make it pass emissions, it's a hell of a lot cheaper. That's a 2004 Taurus. That's probably going to be same price, $20 to go through, but to get tags, it could be anywhere from about $40 to $100. My mom's SUV, I think she just recently, she didn't have to go through emissions, but she had to get tags for it, and the tags were like $80 to $100 for 2 years. So that's 2001. So there's like a big difference here. If you can keep the older cars on the road reliable, it's actually cheaper, at least for emission standpoint. Other than that, it's all on how you take care of the car and what you actually have to begin with. The reason why this damn thing took 7 years to get to where it is right now is because I got a rolling shell for $600. The only thing it had was the Racing Beat exhaust was on it already. It had the front polyurethane rebuilt for the control arms. It already had the slotted rotors on it all the way around. It had the steel braided brake lines all the way around. It used to have a steel braided clutch line, but I removed that because it got clogged with debris. Other than that, there was nothing to this. It had blue and red interior that looked like shit, and only half of it was there. Just the front half to the back seats. Everything else was missing. No motor, no trans, no coilovers. Like, everything that's been done to it has literally been done by me. And then it had hail damage from about this point right here all the way down, all the way across this whole section and across the back lid. Like, you can still see You're not going to be able to because the gray hides it pretty well. But this all used to be hell damage. It was 486 dents when I counted it because I was working at a body shop for a while. And I just said for fun shits and giggles, let's go through and count every dent because we do it with any other car. And I was really surprised. But this was all full hell damage all the way across. Now it's flat and completely smooth the way it's supposed to be. All the way around, the arches were destroyed. This right here, when I rolled it out, this kind of got all chewed up, but I rolled it all, or I was able to smooth it all out perfect. And with this car, I got kind of lucky because since it still had factory paint and they've laid it on so thick from the factory that once I sanded the whole car down to bare metal, majority of the light dents actually got covered by the OEM paint and everything else, so it was just really the big dents that got filled in with Bondo. So there's actually not that much Bondo across all this. Roof line, I did all that. Did all this section all the way around here. There used to be a big dent right here. There's another dent right here. I kicked them out from the inside as best I can and then laid the Bondo down and got them nice and smooth. Got the arch over here all nice and perfect. You can still see a little bit of Bondo. I still got to do some light sanding, but this is all etch primer just to seal it all because I had to take the car pretty much down to bare metal. You can kind of see across the roof. It's kind of hard to tell, but you can kind of see a bit of the dents. That's pretty much the whole roof line, all the way around. So this whole car has been completely done by me. I don't take it to any shop, and I don't really let anyone else work on it. If someone does help me work on it, it's mainly just to move something heavy or some advice on certain things, and it's only certain people I ask for advice. Because there's only a handful of people that actually know shit about these cars. I'm one of them, and where I come to a stump in the road, I can go and ask several people that have at least another 10, 20 years experience on me. And what I was usually thinking could be the problem in the first place, talk to them about it, and I'm actually damn near dead right. It's just I wasn't 100% sure, so I just wanted to make sure. Because the RX7 forum pages, they're pretty much dead, and sad to say, there's more idiots on there asking questions, thinking they know what they know, and then what they actually do know is completely ass backwards, or somewhat true, but they just don't know the rest of the shit there. So it's always the gamble. But a little update of what's going on. If you'd like to see more, don't forget to like and subscribe. Have a good one.